Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, during my travels from Charlotte to Houston yesterday, the sentencing for this guy here, Jake Haro, for the death and disappearance of his child, baby Emmanuel, who I think they said was 7 months old. You know, back in July, body's not been found, has just been sentenced as of yesterday to 25 years to life, or life sentence, whatever they do out there in California. Shout out Cali. And I wanted to say a couple of things, man, you know, as far as, you know, my thoughts on him taking his deal, second-degree murder. He still got 25 to life. Let me show you, they summed it all up, and I'm going to show that to you, and I'm going to just come back with my commentary, and if you agree with it, you agree with it. If you don't, you don't. I just think this is messed up that he's not made to stand accountable, at least say where the baby's at. Take a look.
Now at 5:30, one chapter closed in the case of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. Today, his father was sentenced after pleading guilty to second-degree murder and faking his baby boy's kidnapping. Jake Haro became emotional during today's court hearing. This all comes less than 3 months after baby Emmanuel disappeared. Meanwhile, his remains still have not been found, and the case against the baby's mother is ongoing.
Yeah, NBC4's Christian Cáceres is live outside the courthouse at Riverside with a family member's harsh words for Jake Haro. Christian.
That's right. A judge sentenced Jake Haro to life in prison for the murder of his 7-month-old son, Emmanuel. But before that sentence came down, we heard from the boy's grandmother. She's been silent throughout this entire investigation. She says that Jake Haro destroyed her entire family, and today she asked the judge for the maximum sentence.
Murder in the second degree, the court imposes the only term provided by law, 15 years to life.
On Monday, Jake Haro was sentenced for the murder for his 7-month-old son, Emmanuel, and falsifying a police report.
Destroyed my family, my children.
Inside the courtroom was the boy's grandmother, who came to ask the judge to show no mercy for her son-in-law, who she says destroyed her entire family.
He never gave me a chance to see my grandchildren. He kept my daughter away. This has been horrible for us.
The case began on August 14th when the boy's parents filed a report that Emmanuel had been taken from the shopping center in Yucaipa. Back then, the father asking for the community's help to find his son.
He has a little lazy eye. What's the only thing that's distinctive about him, that he has no birthmarks. Beautiful, healthy baby boy, 7-month-old baby boy.
1 week later, sheriff deputies arrested both Jake and Rebecca Haro at their Cabazon home after investigators say there were inconsistencies in their statements.
This was preventable in numerous ways.
The search crossed county lines where both Riverside and San Bernardino County sheriffs spoke out about the search for the missing boy that even had detectives combing rural areas along the 60 freeway. The boy's remains, investigators say, still not found.
And what you're dealing with is an experienced child abuser that is aware of a previous case.
Back in 2018, the Riverside County DA says the father was convicted of child abuse with his ex-wife over another one of their children. In that case, they say the judge ruled probation over prison.
I was glad the day that got arrested because I fear for my daughter's life. I fear for everybody. And you know, he had a second chance.
No doubt a very emotional day inside that courtroom. But again, a judge sentenced Jake Haro to life in prison for the murder of his 7-month-old son, Emmanuel. The boy's mother, Rebecca Haro, she's due back in court in January. In Riverside, Christian Cáceres, NBC4 News.
Okay, guys, that's the story. This idiot goes up the road. They say he's giving life, 25 to life, out of whatever that means up there in California. Like I said, I'm going to tell you something, man. My honest opinion is that's not enough for me. They should take him outside and draw and quarter him right now. I'm going to tell you why. I have no respect for this dude or people that's like him. Bad enough you hurt your child, but you did this before. You have a daughter that cannot survive on her own. I think they said she's 9. can't survive on her own and will never be able to survive on her own without human help and interaction, period. All because of something you've done. You have a history of doing that. Then you get your bitch ass up here in court and you cry in front of the family that's looking at you with eyes of flame, with hatred for what you did. And you sitting up here and you got the nerve to drop tears. What about the tears, baby Emmanuel dropped when you was pound caking the shit out of him at 7 months old? No respect for this type of dude. You beat up and killed a 7-month-old baby. They said it was bloodstains on the floor. Don't you let that sink in. You brutalized this child with other children in the house. Grandma said you isolated Rebecca from her. I don't know about that. Honestly, I don't care, because she's going to have her day in court. And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen to her. I'll be surprised if she get any prison time. But she's just as dumb as you are. You know what I'm saying? Never protecting the kid. And all of a sudden, you know, you sent up and they talking about, oh, the chapter's closed. The chapter's never closed because the body was never found. There's no closure at all. And people that did care about this little boy are left wondering why, number one, and where he's at. Can't even give a proper burial or pay proper respects because you, as a man that you wanted to be recognized at, don't even have enough respect for those that you hurt, including your children, baby Emmanuel, for you to even stand up and say, this is where the body's at. I'd have gave this guy respect as a man if he had got up, said where the baby was at, said what he did, and was apologetic. But you don't get that out of this type of motherfucker right here. You get a lot of men out here, there are a lot of people out here that have kids but have no concept of family or what it is to be a parent. And you're seeing it all day long in the news and stories I report and stories in your city. They like doing what it doing to do to make the baby. When the baby come, they ain't got a clue and don't have no patience. A lot of times it's reflective on their life and their achievements in life. A 7-month-old baby made you so mad with the history of violence against children that you have as an abuser. You couldn't just say, hey, you know what? I don't want to. Let me just walk away. Your submissive ass, goofy ass wife, you could have been like, hey, take the baby. I don't want the baby around me. Get a babysitter. I don't want to deal with this. The way she is, I doubt if she would have left you. But you didn't do that. You wanted to insert your dominance over a 7-month-old child that already had problems and needs, whether they be special or not. And this is the thing that's crazy. People expect children to have common sense and do things and listen to them when they themselves don't have the same traits they want the child to automatically have coming out the womb. And the child pays for it. This guy's dog shit. Him and his dumbass wife. They need to take them both to the gallows. He's sitting up there when he was talking in the interviews when it first came out. That raised eyebrows. Because you was talking about him as if he was dead already. And come to find out, he was dead already. See, what I don't like about the justice system is you can sign a piece of paper and keep your mouth closed. And there can be a bunch of women wailing, family, and all this other stuff upset. They can't take a piece out of your fucking ass. And all you can do is sit in there with your head down and crocodile tear. And you ain't got to say nothing. Because it's your right. After you took the right and liberty to live from a child. It's unacceptable. Let me get off here before I start raising my voice. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to say this before I leave out of here. I don't know what advice Rebecca Haro's getting, but she's charged with murder still. They ain't dropped that. Now she got they delayed her hearing and pushed it further on down the road. He didn't give a fuck about you or the damn kid. He done wrote himself out of it, and you still up there fighting for your life. And the boat bending went underwater. Stupid. See you in the next video. Take care.